Chapter 2, Understanding the Crisis, the Impact of Losing Your Job-Defined Identity. Introduction, the Unseen Crisis. When a man reaches midlife, the realization that his job no longer defines him or that the time to retire is approaching often sparks a profound crisis. It's not just a matter of leaving behind the daily grind, it's a psychological, emotional, and sometimes even physical shift that can shake the very foundation of his identity. This chapter will dive deep into the crisis that many men experience when they lose their job-defined identity and explore its far-reaching effects. Whether it's the thought of retirement, a sudden job loss, or the recognition that work no longer brings the fulfillment it once did, this chapter will help you understand the emotional and psychological turmoil that often accompanies this transition. Recognizing the crisis is the first step toward managing it and reclaiming a sense of control over your future. The roots of the crisis. For most men, a job is more than just a means of making a living. It's the role that has shaped their day-to-day existence and, over time, become inextricably linked with their sense of self. This connection between work and identity can go back decades. When you've spent much of your life building a career, receiving praise, earning income, and taking pride in your role, the prospect of losing that role can feel like losing a part of yourself. Several key factors contribute to this crisis. 1. Career as identity. From the moment many men enter the workforce, their job becomes the main lens through which they view the world and themselves. Promotions, accomplishments, recognition, all of these things affirm their sense of self. When the job disappears, it's like losing the key to understanding who you are. 2. Cultural expectations of masculinity. Society often teaches men to derive their sense of value from their ability to provide for their family. The pressure to be the breadwinner, the protector, and the strong, capable figure can create a deep reliance on work as a symbol of success and worth. When work stops being the dominant part of life, it may feel as though they are no longer fulfilling their role as a man. 3. Fear of obsolescence. As retirement or career changes loom, many men fear that they'll become irrelevant. Their job, once a source of respect and validation, may have made them feel needed and valued. Without that role, there's a looming fear that they will be forgotten or sidelined. This is particularly true for men who have spent decades climbing the career ladder. 4. The void of structure. A structured workday often dictates the flow of time. Waking up at the same time, completing tasks, meeting deadlines, and interacting with coworkers, all of these things give life a sense of purpose and direction. Without these daily responsibilities, men may struggle with a sense of emptiness or confusion about how to fill the void. The emotional and psychological impact. The crisis of losing a job-defined identity can have a profound impact on mental health. The emotional effects are often immediate and can take a toll on mental well-being. Some of the most common responses include 1. Anxiety. As the future becomes uncertain, anxiety can set in. The question, what now, looms large, and the fear of not being able to create a fulfilling life outside of work can lead to overwhelming worry. Many men find it hard to envision a future that doesn't involve their career, creating a sense of dread about the unknown. 2. Depression. Loss of identity can trigger feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and even depression. It's not uncommon for men to feel as if they have lost their sense of purpose or that life is no longer meaningful without the validation that work provided. In some cases, this can lead to isolation as they retreat from relationships and social situations. 3. Frustration and anger. The transition from being a high achiever to someone who is no longer tied to their job can also breed frustration. Men may feel angered by the idea that their value is being diminished, or they may become resentful of the changes that come with retirement or career transitions. This anger can often be directed at external factors such as the workplace, colleagues, or even family members who may not understand what they're going through. 4. Loss of confidence. Many men derive a sense of competence and pride from their careers. Without a job, they may begin to doubt their abilities. The sense of confidence built through years of experience can evaporate when the role that reinforced that confidence is removed. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy and insecurity. 5. Loneliness and isolation. A career often provides a built-in social network. Colleagues, clients, and professional acquaintances form a large part of daily interactions. When this network disappears, men can feel isolated, as if they no longer have a place to belong. The absence of these daily interactions can exacerbate feelings of loneliness. The physical toll of the crisis. It's important to acknowledge that the impact of losing a job-defined identity is not just psychological, it can also take a physical toll on the body. The stress, anxiety, and depression that often accompany this crisis can manifest in the following ways. Sleep issues. The mental stress of uncertainty can lead to sleepless nights. Men may find themselves lying awake, ruminating over their future or the loss of their job. Weight fluctuations. Stress and depression can lead to changes in eating habits which may cause weight gain or loss. The loss of routine and structure that comes with leaving a job can also impact physical health. Chronic stress. Prolonged stress can have long-term effects on health, contributing to high blood pressure, heart disease, and a weakened immune system. The psychological burden of the crisis can manifest in these physical ailments. Understanding the stages of the crisis. The process of moving through this crisis can unfold in stages similar to the stages of grief. It's important to understand that the journey is not linear and the emotional responses may fluctuate. Here are some of the stages that men commonly experience. 1. Denial. At first, many men may deny the significance of the transition. They may try to push through their feelings or pretend that everything is fine, refusing to acknowledge the emotional upheaval. 2. Anger. As the reality of the transition sinks in, anger often follows. Men may feel angry at their circumstances or even at the people around them who seem to have it easier or who are thriving in their own lives. 3. Bargaining. Some men may try to find a way to delay the inevitable. They may consider part-time work, consulting, or other forms of engagement in an attempt to hold onto some form of job-related identity. 4. Depression. When bargaining no longer seems like a viable option, sadness and depression often set in. This is where feelings of hopelessness, loneliness, and frustration become most intense. 5. Acceptance. Eventually, some men reach a point of acceptance. They begin to embrace the transition and start exploring life beyond work. This stage doesn't mean that all the feelings disappear, but it represents the beginning of adjustment and personal growth. How to manage the crisis. Recognizing that you are experiencing a crisis is the first step. Managing the impact involves several strategies. 1. Seek support. Talking to someone you trust, a friend, a family member, or a professional can help process the emotions associated with this transition. Don't be afraid to reach out for help. 2. Take small steps toward reinvention. Don't expect to have all the answers right away. Take small steps to rediscover yourself outside of work. Try new activities, revisit old hobbies, or volunteer in your community. 3. Reflect on your values. Use this time to reflect on what truly matters to you. What do you value beyond work? What legacy do you want to leave? This can be the foundation for a new sense of purpose. 4. Practice self-care. Engage in activities that nurture your mental and physical well-being. Exercise, meditation, and healthy eating can help reduce the physical toll that stress takes on your body. Conclusion. Moving through the crisis. The crisis of losing a job-defined identity can be overwhelming, but it's also an opportunity for growth. By understanding the emotional and psychological impact, you can begin to navigate this transition with awareness and intentionality. The process is not easy, but with time, support, and self-reflection, it is possible to emerge from this crisis with a renewed sense of purpose and identity. You are not defined by your job. Your true self is waiting to be rediscovered.